Welcome to Sankalp learning classes. So today we are discussing the physics topic. In that we are discussing the light topic. Okay. So light chapter na ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು study ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Light reflection and refraction ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Okay. So in this chapter mainly we will deal with the light topic, the phenomena which are exhibited by the light, the properties of the light. Okay, so here we study different phenomena like reflection of light, refraction of light. What are the different effects of this? Like that we will study. So let us begin with the class. Okay, so here light in everybody's life. So day to day life ಅಲ್ಲಿ now light ಅನ್ನೋದು very important role ಅನ್ನ play ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Right, so you are able to see. So light ಯಾವ ತರ importance ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ in your surroundings. So for example, if you are sitting in the classroom, ನಿಮ್ side ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, light is required. So imagine in this world the light is not there. So light ಇರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ everything would be in the dark side, right? So therefore light plays very important role in our life, right? So here we have the definition of the light. So first ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, first we studied the what do you mean by the light anta. Okay, so here you can see. So one example we are able to see here, that is in nota idira screen mele you are able to see, that is sun is there. Hoda sun inda en torista idare, they are showing you the light rays. Then next it is falling on the one flower, right? So simultaneously you are able to see a person who is watching that flower, so he is able to see that flower. ಸೊ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವೇನ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೇನಾಯ್ತು, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಹೌ ಟು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ದಟ್, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ light now. Okay, so here you can see 4 points are written for the light. Light is a form of energy which helps us to see the objects. So whatever the light we are observing, so this light is a form of energy anta heltivi. Okay, so we have different sources of energies, right? So different sources of energy ಇದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿದು ಬೇರೆ ತರಹದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಹೌದಾ, ಸೌಂಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ we have different energies here. Light is also one of the form of energy. So light ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಿದೆ, it is also one of the form of energy. So sound is also the form of energy. So ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೌಂಡ್? ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಎರಡು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಲೈಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಲೈಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೌಂಡ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಸೌಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್. ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲು ಏನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ, that you are able to hear because of the sound. ನಿಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲು ಏನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ, that you are able to see because of the light ಅಂತ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So very simple definition for the light. Light is a form of energy which helps us to see the objects. Yes, clear? So very simple, clear definition it is. Light is a form of energy which helps us to see the objects. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, second point you can see there. When light falls on the object, it reflects the light, and when the reflected light reaches our eyes, then we see the object. So ನಿಮ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲು ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಬೀಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, then later that whatever the light rays are there, it will reflect back, it will hit back. So ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಆ light rays ಬಂದ್ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ you are able to see the object. Getting my point? Suppose for example, suppose if whenever you enter the theater, so ಎಲ್ರು ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಥಿಯೇಟರಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ it will be a dark room, right? So suddenly ನೀವು ಹೋದ್ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, you are not able to see the lane chair ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, suddenly you are not able to see that one, correct? But so slowly within a fraction of time you are able to see the objects around you. So what happens here? First, the light should fall on the object, then it will reflect back to your eye, then you are able to see the objects around you. Getting my point? Okay. So that is the second point they are explaining here. When the light falls on any object, then the light is reflected and it will reach your eyes and you are able to see the object around you. Okay, so very clear phenomena. You can see ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎರಡು examples ಕೂಡ picture ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. You can see the first figure. So one bird ಕೂತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. On that bird, the light is falling. So here you can see. So you are able to see the light is falling on the bird. Then later, that light, a bird in the light ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, reflect ಆಗಿ it is reaching a person. So when that will reach a person, so the brain will recognize allon bird ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. So here, this is one figure example. Second, also you can see the example. Here you are able to see that is a source of light is there. So bulb ide, adike electrical connection kottidare. So here what happens when that bulb will glow, it will reach your eye, then you are able to see that light. Okay, so this is the second point explanation. Third point, what they are saying, light travels in a straight line. So idhan ನೀವು ಯಾವ ತರ justify ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Here you can see that. So for example, okay, so ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಡೋರ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಹೋಲ್ ಇಂದ ಲೈಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಲೈಟ್ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, okay, so that time if you observe the light, it will be a straight line path. Light yavaglu heg travel madutte, it will travel in a straight line. Light always travels in a straight line. Okay, so alli enadru obstacle bandre, it will bend that, again it will travel in the straight line. So very very important property of the light. Light travels in a straight line. So ee straight line motion anna navu rectilinear motion anta kuda navilli helbodu students. So here the light always travels in a straight line. This straight line motion, we can call it as what? That is rectilinear motion. And pitkoli, so it is the rectilinear motion. So rectilinear motion anta andre yavaga straight line motion irutte, that we call it as what? Rectilinear motion. Understanding? Fourth point, students, the common phenomena of light are formation of the shadows, formation of the images by the mirrors and the lenses, bending of light by the medium, twinkling of the star, formation of the rainbow. So ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, different phenomenas ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. So formation of the shadows. So for example, if you are walking, day time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, or for example light ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ದು shadow ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? So the formation of the shadow, this is one phenomena of the light. Formation of the images by the mirror. So for example, ನೀವು ಮಿರರ್ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ you are able to see the images. That is also because of the light. Lens irutte, so lenses inda kuda images form agutte. That is also the phenomena of light. Phenomena anta andre ಏನೇನ್ effect irutte anta ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Formation of the shadows, formation of the images, bending of light, that is nothing but the refraction of light anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, twinkling of the stars, formation of the rainbow. Yes, these are different phenomena which occurs because of the light anta navilli helbodu. Okay, so hope so the 4 points are clear to you. We are going for the next point here, students. Next we are discussing what are the properties of the light. Yes, the next point is what are the different properties of the light. See here, it always travels in a straight line, that is it shows rectilinear propagation. So already ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಇದನ್ನೇನಂತ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, what are the different properties of the light. So properties ಅಲ್ಲಿ first property ಏನಿದೆ, that is it always travels in a straight line. Already I told you it is called as rectilinear motion or the rectilinear propagation. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. So what is this propagation? Propagation anta andre light then motion irutte. So whenever you are representing the light motion, so adanna ನಾವು arrow mark ಇಂದ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. So one point always you remember. So for example ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಬಲ್ಬ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಈ ತರ ರೇಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೇಸ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇಂದ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ ಎರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಏನೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ is traveling along this direction, you need to show like this. It is traveling like this, you need to show like this. It is traveling like this, you need to show like this. Yes. So ಆ ಒಂದು ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಲೈಟ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ಬಲ್ಬ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದ ಲೈಟ್ is traveling in this direction. That time you have to represent the arrow mark in the inward direction. So first point, always you remember whenever you are representing the ray diagram for the light propagation, arrow mark ಇಂದ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ arrow mark ಇಂದ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ನಾವು ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮೋಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್. ಮೋಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ 9th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So there we call it as the light, that is a person is moving, a object is moving, a body is traveling. So for the motion you use different terms. So light ಗೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಲೈಟ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಲಿನಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಲಿನಿಯರ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಲಿನಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, it does not require any medium to travel. So ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have different sources, forms of light, energy. We have different forms of energies. ಹೌದಾ? So here we have the light energy is there. Okay, then we have the sound energy is there. We have electromagnetic waves, different forms of energies are there. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಎರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಲೈಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೌಂಡ್. ಲೈಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಪಿಗೇಷನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್? ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಸನ್ ಇಂದ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗ್ ಬಂದ್ ಮುಟ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು. ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಲೈಟ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ನಾನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ದ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್? ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 2 types of waves. ಒಂದು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಅಂತ, ಅಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್? ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ medium is required. What is required in the mechanical wave? We require medium for the propagation. Okay, sound anna tagoli. So for example nanige table bang ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, you are getting the sound, right? So medium ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ sound produce ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇದು ನಾನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೈ ಯು ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಎನಿ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್. So it will travel without medium also. So that is the second point. Getting? Okay. So first point, light travels in a straight line. Second point, light doesn't require any medium to travel. So it is also called as the non-mechanical wave. Third point, light the speed anna kuda navilli calculate ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. The speed of the light is calculated and it is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, so per second ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the speed of the light is given as, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, so idiyalli this is in the vacuum alli students, this is the standard value, it is for the vacuum. ಸೊ ಲೈಟ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಆಸ್ 3 into 10 to the power of 8 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲೈಟ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್. ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್? in the medium the values will vary. So medium ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ values change ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. medium ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is the standard value. Remember, it is very very important. So ಇದೇನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಸಿ ಸಿಂಬಾಲ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಾಲ್ಸ್. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಫ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಯು, ಫೈನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ವಿ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ the speed of light in the vacuum is denoted by the letter C. Please remember. So C is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. It is the standard value. It will not change. Okay. So third point, the speed of light in the vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Next, fourth point, every next particle follows the other one. So what is the meaning of this one? So light il en aagta ide, light travel agbekadre, already we said that it is moving in the straight line. So straight line ide antandre obviously light each particle ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಒಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. So each particle, next particle follows the other one. So that is also very true statement anta navil helbodu, because a straight line motion alli irodrinda fourth point it is mandatory. Every next particle follows the other one. Yes, hope so. The properties of the light, it is clear to everyone. So first point, it travels in a straight line, does not require medium for the propagation. The speed of light in the vacuum is constant and the value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Every next particle follows the other one. So these are the properties of the light. So illivarege ಏನು ಕಲ್ತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, the first point, the definition of the light. So ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? The definition of the light is what? Light is a form of energy which enables us to see the objects around us. Definition. What are the different phenomena of the light? Shadow formation, image formation, reflection of light, refraction of light, dispersion of light. These are the different phenomena of light. So properties of light ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 properties ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So 10th standard ಗೆ 4 properties are enough. When you go to higher classes, we have again 4 more properties for the light. Okay. Next. So here light already we have discussed. The next point we are discussing the luminous object and the non-luminous object. So what do you mean by the luminous object? Luminous word meaning ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so I'll give you the example: sun, lamp. These are called as the luminous objects. So table baralla. So this is wrong. Okay. So table baralla aita. So luminous object. For example, moon. So illi luminous object meaning ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which emits light. Which emits light, that is called as what? Luminous object. ಯಾವ object ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Light ಅನ್ನ emit ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Which emits light are called as what? Luminous object. For example, sun irbodu. So for example, room alli enadru bulb idre, lamp idre, adella en madutte? Light anna emit madutte, right? So here luminous object means what? These are the objects which emits the light are called as luminous object. Non-luminous objects, so opposite word agatte, hauda? So luminous object which will emit the light, non-luminous object which do not emit the light are called as the non-luminous objects. So non-luminous object example andre chair irbodu, table irbodu, any objects, plastics, anything. So around you which will emit the light are called as the luminous objects. Which will not emit the light are called as the non-luminous lights. Yes, non-luminous objects. So this is only for your understanding, because whenever we are describing the light, luminous objects, non-luminous objects anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಲಿ. luminous ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ emit ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ light ಅನ್ನ, non-luminous ಅಂದ್ರೆ light ಅನ್ನ emit ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. So moving for the next point, students. Yes, so very very important point. The first phenomena of the light which we are discussing here, that is the reflection of light. So what do you mean by the reflection of light? Let us discuss. The process of sending back of light rays which falls on the surface of an object is called as what? Reflection of light. So reflection anta andrenu? Reflect. Okay. So for example, nan munde one student idare, whatever I will say, he will repeat or she will repeat that. That is nothing but reflecting. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, right? So reflection of light, reflection of sound ಕೂಡ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. So reflection of light ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ನೀವಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಗರ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. So you are able to see two figures there. So in the first figure, here you are able to see the sun radiations are falling on the light, falling on the car, and then next the light is coming back to the eye and you are able to see that is car. So this is because of the reflection of light. In the second figure also you are able to see something. So al second figure al nimge ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. So you are able to see pink line. So ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ figure ಅಲ್ಲಿ pink line ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಹೌದಾ? So the pink line is indicating, here you are able to see this one. So the pink line is indicating the incident ray. It is called as the incident ray. Okay, so in the full lane figure ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, this is the reflection of light. So the first light which is incidenting on the surface, that is incident ray. Next you are able to see the green light, that is called as the reflected ray. That is called as the reflected ray. So perpendicular one line ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, the perpendicular dotted line ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, that is called as the normal drawn. That is called as the normal drawn. Okay, so let us discuss few more points regarding the reflection of light. So reflection anta andrenu, reflection. So reflection of light, here we can define it as what? When the light rays are incidenting on the surface, it will bounce back. So simple language alli helbekandre, light rays and surface ge hit agatte and it will bounce back in the same medium. This phenomena is called as what? Reflection of light. So what is reflection of light? The bouncing back of light in the same medium is called as what? Reflection of light. Okay, so you are able to see the figure there. So lane ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, you are able to see a mirror. So first lane ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ blue color mirror ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Mirror ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು light rays fall ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, that is called as the incident ray. Then the light rays bouncing back in the same medium, that is called as the reflected light. That is called as the reflected ray. Okay, so see here, next one. Yes. Yes. So here what you are observing, this is also the reflection of light. Okay, it is a natural phenomena. So river side alli nimge ಒಂದು tree ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, you are able to see the image of that tree, inverted image of the tree. This is also because of the reflection of light. Okay, so let us see here. So in the reflection of light, hope so that what do you mean by the reflection, it is clear to everyone. So reflection anta andrenu, that is the bouncing back of light is called as the reflection of light, or the light ray will return back in the same medium after hitting the surfaces. So yavado one surface irutte, aa surface mele light rays bidmele idu bounce agi same medium alli return agutte. That phenomena is called as what? Reflection of light. So in reflection of light, we have the two types, that is regular reflection and the diffused reflection. So what do you mean by the regular reflection? Or you can also call it as a diffuse reflection and now irregular reflection anta kuda navilli helbodu. So what do you mean by the regular reflection? When an object surface is smooth. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದೇನ್ ಬೌನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೇಸ್ ಆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇನು ಬೌನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಿನಾಮಿನಾ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. Okay, surface plane iddaga whatever the reflection is taking place, that reflection is called as what? Regular reflection. When an object surface is smooth and you see an image of that is called as because of the regular reflection. So example for the regular reflection is what? That is the a plane mirror. So plane mirror ಅಥವಾ flat surface. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು flat surface ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ phenomena of reflection ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, that is called as the regular reflection. So diffused ಅಥವಾ irregular reflection ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is the opposite ಅಷ್ಟೇ. When a rough surface scatters light in many directions, ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೇನ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇರ್ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. when the light rays are falling on that, it is going in different directions. So the light rays are scattered ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ scattered lights ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. When a rough surface scatters light in many directions and no image appears. ಸೊ ಇದು ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇರ್ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ದೇರ್. ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇರ್ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ paper is rough enough to scatter light, so there is no image. Getting? So this is about the types of the reflection, regular reflection or the irregular reflection. Okay, students, going for the next point. So this is 2 marks question. What do you mean by the laws of reflection? So the laws of reflection of light. So there are 2 statements, so 2 laws are there. The first law you can see. So before going for the first law, here let us see some of the terms related to the, that is reflection phenomena. So already here we discussed what do you mean by the reflection. So for that, here we have, this is the surface, one plane surface tagalona. This is the incident ray. Okay, this is the reflected ray. And illen perpendicular anna now draw ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. This is called as the normal. So first, before going for that laws, we need to understand some of the definitions. So first ನಾವು ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಈ ರೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಿರರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಮಿರರ್. ಸೊ ಆ ರೇ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So when the light rays are incidenting, iden now il rays nodta idivi, these rays are called as what? Incident rays. These rays are called as what? Incident rays. Okay, you can see incident rays enagta ide, it is moving in the downward direction. You can see the arrow mark. Okay, so what is reflection? The bouncing back. So light same directional emit agta ide, this is called as what? That is the reflected ray. It is called as the reflected ray. So first we have the incident ray. Ray ಏನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, that is called as the reflected ray. ಅಲ್ಲೇನ್ perpendicular ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, whatever the perpendicular line we are seeing, that is called as the normal. That is called as the normal. Okay, so these 3 terms first you remember. So first we define the incident ray. ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದು ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರೇ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೇ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಬೌನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಏನ್ ರೇ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೇ. ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡ್ರಾನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟು ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ the light rays, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಂದು ಸೇರತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರೇ, ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೇ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ರೈಟ್ angles. So here 2 angles are getting formed. One is between the incident ray and the normal. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 angle form ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ students. So one angle is between the incident ray and the normal drawn. So this angle is called as angle of incidence. This is called as what? Angle of incidence anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. One more angle is forming, that is between the reflected ray and the normal. Reflected ray ಮತ್ತೆ normal ಏನ್ angle form ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, that is called as the angle of reflection. That is called as angle of reflection. So here we are able to see the two angles. One is angle of incidence, one is the angle of reflection. So here total S points baratte nodi, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So total 6 points ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು incident ray ಇರುತ್ತೆ, which is the reflected ray, which is the normal drawn, which is called as the point of incidence. Point of incidence. Okay, very very important term. Angle of incidence. So sometimes in 1 mark they will ask, what is angle of incidence? So angle of incidence means what? Angle of incidence is the angle between the incident ray and the normal drawn. What is angle of reflection? It is the angle formed or angle between the reflected ray and the normal drawn. Okay, so these points please remember. Now let us go for the laws of reflection. So what are the different laws of reflection? So there are two laws of reflection. So first one, angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So very very simple law here. The first law says that is the angle of incidence is equal to, so angle of incidence anna I anta ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, angle of reflection anna R anta ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so already we know. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ figure ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, plane mirror is there. Here incident ray you are able to see, the reflected ray you are able to see, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, and the normal drawn. So first law says that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Second law, students. So what is the second law? The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the mirror at a point of incidence all lie at the same plane. Okay, so already I told you what you mean by the point of incidence. So here at the point of incidence, suppose this is the surface, this is the incident ray, reflected ray, and this is the normal drawn here. Idana now point of incidence anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So at the point of incidence, here all the light rays will be at the same plane, are at the same plane. Iden il point of incidence ide. Suppose ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ x axis y axis ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, here suppose if I show like this, so this is x axis, this is y axis, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray, and this is the normal drawn. So point of incidence ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಒಂದೇ plane ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. At the point of incidence all lie at the same plane. Okay, so these are the second law. The incident ray and the reflected ray lie on either side of the normal. So obviously this we know. So incident ray ಮತ್ತೆ reflected ray ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, it will be on either side of the normal, right? So there are two laws, 2 marks question. State or write the laws of reflection of light. Okay, sound kuda same baratte students. So sound kuda namge same law baratte. So the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Second one, at the point of incidence, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the plane mirror at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. Okay, hope so this is clear to everyone. So what do you mean by the reflection of light? What are the laws of reflection? Going for the next point. See the next one. Here you can see the reflection of light phenomena. So smooth surface is there. You are able to see the incident rays. You can see the arrow mark. Angle of incidence, angle of reflection, normal. For that particular, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನಾವು angle of incident ray, reflected ray ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ normal ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆ particular lines ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. This is for the regular reflection. Similarly, you can see second figure ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ irregular reflection ಕೂಡ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So second is the irregular reflection. So there also you can see the incident ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, the reflected rays, the rough surface, correct? So this you can see here. So always you remember here students, the reflection laws now in study ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, it is applicable for all type of surfaces. Either it is a smooth surface or the rough surface, the laws are valid here. That is, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Second, at the point of incidence, all lie at the same plane. Okay, the next point here we are able to see, that is the definition of the real image and the virtual image. Okay, so now we'll next, I mean, idu one part of the lesson complete agide. What is reflection of light? Light andre enu? Light bere phenomena enirutte. Then next, reflection of light, how the reflection of light occurs. So next we are approaching to the image formation, either by the plane mirror or by the spherical mirrors. So hagadre first namge image andre enu, image alli ಎಷ್ಟು types ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So here you can see the real images and the virtual images. So image alli we can have the two types of images, real image and the virtual image. So the real images anta andre the images which are formed on the screen when light rays comes from an object which meet at the particular point after reflection, that will form the real images. Getting? So yavade one the image irutte, light vandu, okay, so from source of light the light is coming out, it is hitting some object, then again ಅದ್ರದ್ದೇನ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ರಿಯಲ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್. ಸೊ ದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್, ಸಚ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ರಿಯಲ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ. ಸೊ ಅನ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ದ ಔಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ರೇಸ್ from an object do not meet after reflection from the mirror always forms the virtual image. Okay, so reflection ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ರಿಯಲ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಇಮೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಹೌ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಟು ದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೈ ದ plane mirror or by the spherical mirror. So first ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಲಿ real image ಮತ್ತೆ virtual image ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು. Real images are formed on the screen, virtual images are not formed on the screen. Why? Because real images alli after reflection light will meet at particular point. In virtual images after reflection the light is not meeting at the particular point. Okay, so next one more term you need to understand in this chapter, that is the lateral inversion. So lateral inversion, every day you observe lateral inversion. Okay, so for example ನೀವು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ mirror ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, if you are lifting your right hand, if you are lifting your right hand in the mirror you are able to see the left hand you have lifted. ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತೆಗೆದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೋಡಿ. ಇಫ್ ಅನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ in front of the mirror, then the right side of the object appears to be the left side and the left side of the object appears to be the right side. Okay, this change of sides of an object and its mirror image is called lateral inversion. So ಈ ಫಿನಾಮಿನಾ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? lateral inversion ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ you can see this one, that is, this is for the mirror. So when you stand in front of the mirror, how you are able to see the image? Yes, here you can observe this figure. So il side alli nodta idira ee kade O is standing for the object, I is standing for the image. Yes, yes. So just now you observed the figure, the image formation by the plane mirror. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ plane mirror ಇಂದ ಏನು image ಬರುತ್ತೆ, what are the characteristics of that? Let us see. So what are the different characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirrors? The first one, the plane mirror images are virtual and erect. So what do you mean by the virtual? Already we know the images are not formed on the screen. Okay, so that is called as the virtual image. Erect. So what do you mean by the erect? So how you will stand, same image you will see, right? So it is an erect image. It will give you the erect image. It is laterally inverted. Second point nodi, it is laterally inverted. That you already know. Left side if you are lifting, right side kanutte. Right side nodidaga left side kanutte. So that is the laterally inverted images we will get. The third point, the image is equal to the size of the object. Okay, that is different case. Kelon mirror alli enagtira, if you are small, if you are thin, you will look fat. If you are fat, you will look thin. That is a different case. Short iddaga tall kanutte, tall, short, that is tall iddaga short, short iddaga tall. That is the different case. So in the plane mirror, if you are observing, always the size of the image and the size of the object will be the same. Okay, so that is the third point. The fourth point is the image formed is far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. So idra artha enanta andre, for example, if you are standing in front of the mirror, so ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ mirror ಇದೆ, if you are standing in front of the mirror, so ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್, image kuda mundgade bandang kanutte. If you are moving backward, the image also tries to, means it will also look like moving in the backward direction. So here, these are the four properties or characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror. The first one, it is a virtual image. It is an erect image. It is laterally inverted. The size is as equal to the size of the object, and the images are formed is as far behind the mirror as the object in front of it. Okay, so this is regarding the plane mirror. So the next one we are discussing, so here you can see, that is the plane mirror. The next we are observing, that is one second. See, the next one is, that is the spherical mirrors. So what do you mean by the spherical mirror? What are the different types of the spherical mirror we are discussing now? Okay, hope so you are able to see now clearly. Yes. So spherical mirrors. So what do you mean by the spherical mirror? Spherical mirrors means SPH. Okay, so here the spherical mirrors means these are the reflecting surface is spherical, is called as the spherical mirror. So spherical mirrors anta andre no. So whenever you have a spherically reflecting part, so plane mirror alli enagutte, it is looking like this. So plane surface irutte, this is a plane mirror. If the mirror is curved, okay, so if the mirror is curved, this is called as what? Spherical mirror. So spherical mirror anna ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? A part of the reflecting surface which is in the spherical shape, that is called as the spherical mirrors. Okay, so spherical mirror means what? That is, these are the part of the mirrors which are curved, or the reflecting surface of the mirror is spherical. That is called as the spherical mirrors. That is called as the spherical mirror. So in the spherical mirrors, we have the two types of the spherical mirror. One is the concave mirror and one is the convex mirror. Okay, so what do you mean by the concave mirror and the convex mirror? So very simple agi ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, whatever the spoon, so eating spoon ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, spoon then front surface ಇರುತ್ತೆ students. Okay, so spoon ನೀವು ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿನ್ನೋ spoon ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರದ್ದು front surface ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, that is called as the concave side. ಅದರದ್ದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀತೀರಾ ಕಾನ್ಕೇವ್ ಮಿರರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮಿರರ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಿ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್: a spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inward, whose reflecting surface is curved inward, ಈ ತರ. So whose reflecting surface is curved inward, those mirrors are called as what? Concave mirrors. Those mirrors are called as what? Concave mirrors. So adu ಏನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಲೈನ್ ಇಂದ ತೋರ್ಸೋಣ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ concave mirror. Okay, the curved surface is inward. The spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inward, that is called as the concave mirror. So what do you mean by the convex mirror? A spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved outward, whose reflecting surface is curved outward. These type of mirrors are called as what? That is convex mirror. So we have two types of mirror here, students. Whose reflecting surface is curved inward is called as the concave mirror. Whose reflecting surface are curved outward, those are called as the convex mirrors. Okay. Next, so we have two types of mirrors, concave mirror and the convex mirrors. So the definition of the concave mirror and convex mirror, hope so this is clear to you. Here you can see the concave mirrors. Again we will study about the lens. Allu kuda concave lens matte convex lens anta baratte. Okay. Yes. So now we are discussing what are the different terms are associated with the concave mirrors. Yes. So here the first definition we are discussing about the concave, not concave mirror, spherical mirror. Concave irli, convex irli, erduku illi baratte. Erdu mirrors ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So first one, the terms, first term is pole. So what do you mean by the pole? So concave irli, convex irli, adraದ್ದೇನು center part irutte. The center part of the spherical mirror is called as what? Pole. Very simple. So mirror then center point irutte. A center point ಗೆ spherical mirrors center point ಗೆ pole ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು definition, students. The center of the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror is called as what? Pole. It is denoted by the letter P. The center of curvature. So what is center of curvature? So center of curvature means here, suppose whatever the pole is there with respect to the pole, not with respect to the pole. So here center of curvature means what? It is a point of the spherical mirror which forms the part of the spherical mirror. Okay. So suppose ನೀವು ಇದೊಂದು spherical mirror ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, if you cut this one, so ಇದ್ರದ್ದೇನ್ center ಇರುತ್ತೆ, this center is called as what? That is the center of curvature. A circle, a spherical mirror, suppose if you are considering it in the form of a sphere. So spherical mirror ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ನೀವು sphere ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದ್ರದ್ದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ವೇಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? The reflection surface of the spherical mirror has a center and this center is called as what? Center of curvature. So ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, here whatever the center of curvature is there, it is the point of the spherical mirror which forms the part of this reflecting surface. So with respect to this point, ನೀವು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, it will give you a sphere. Okay, so which sphere? That is the spherical mirror du sphere anna form ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So that point is called as what? Center of the curvature. So this reflecting surface of the spherical mirror has a center and that center is called as what? Center of curvature. Okay, so now we studied 2 points. One is the pole, which is the center point of the reflecting surface. Mattondu center of the spherical cell, that is spherical mirror, that is called as the center of curvature, C. So ಇದು ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯಿನಿಂಗ್, ಇದು ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, this distance or that radius is called as what? Radius of curvature. The third term is what? Radius of curvature. So what is radius of curvature? The radius of the radius of the sphere in which reflecting surface flows a part, and that is called as what? Radius of curvature. Okay, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ವೇಚರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೋಲಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, this distance is called as what? Radius of curvature. This distance is called as radius of curvature. Okay, this is denoted by the letter R. So pole, center of the mirror, center of curvature, the center of the spherical mirror, that center is called as the center of curvature. Radius of curvature is the distance between the center of curvature and the pole, is called as the radius of curvature. Next term, the line passing through the pole and the center of curvature is called as the principal axis. So fourth term for the spherical mirrors is the principal axis. So what is principal axis? Suppose this is the mirror, this is the pole, ಇದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ವೇಚರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ವೇಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And the line passing through the center of curvature and the pole is called as what? It is called as the principal axis. It is called as the principal axis. So what is principal axis? The line passing through the pole and the center of curvature is called as the principal axis. Next term is principal focus anta ide students. So principal focus anta andre enandre after reflection or refraction. So illi suppose ee surface mele light rays incident agta ide anta itkolli. This light ray after hitting the mirror it will reflect back. It will reflect back. So reflect agbekadre it will meet at one particular point. That point is called as the focus. A point anna ನಾವು focus anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So how to define the focus? The number of rays parallel to the principal axis intersecting at a point on the principal axis after reflection. So after reflection light rays ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ on the principal axis one particular point ಅಲ್ಲಿ meet ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು principal focus ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Yes. So till now we have studied the pole, the center of the sphere, the center of the mirror, center of curvature, the center of the spherical mirror. Next, the distance between them is called as the radius of curvature. The line passing through the center of curvature and the pole is called as the principal axis. Principal focus is the point on the principal axis where the light will meet after reflection. The last term, the distance between this focus and the pole. Focus matte pole distance anna focal length anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, denoted by the letter small f. So here two distance anna ನಾವು define ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು radius of curvature, the distance between the center of curvature and the pole. Second, the distance between the focus and the pole is called as the focal length. Okay. So total 7 terms ide. All the 7 terms you need to remember. So fill in the blanks al baratte athwa match the following or MCQs. So these 7 definitions definitely you need to remember here, students. Okay. Next, here we are discussing the image formation. So how the images are formed. The last point in this chapter for today's class we are discussing is representation of the image formed by the spherical mirror using ray diagram. Okay. So here what happens here, whenever the object is placed in front of the mirror, either it is a concave mirror or the convex mirror, yavadu mirror irli, suppose it is a concave mirror, concave mirror irbodu athwa convex mirror irbodu. So when the object is placed, so this is the principal axis. I'm considering the concave mirror. So when the object is placed in front of the concave mirror, so illi object annu ittaga enagatte antandre from this object n number of rays are coming out. From this object the n number of rays are coming out here. Okay. So out of these rays ellanu image form madatta? No. Here we have the 4 rules. So we have the total 4 rules to study the image formation. Okay. So first one is what? So first one, I am taking the example of the concave mirror, convex mirror igu same baratte. First case, object in the first you need to see how many rays are going parallel to the principal axis. Ella rays parallel iralla. So there are only few rays which are parallel to the principal axis. Nimge already principal axis gottide, the center line, the principal axis. This is the object. E object in the imagine this is the line which is going parallel to the principal axis. So this is the called as what? Idanna navu enanta heltivi? Incident ray. Object inda hogta ide mirror hatra. So this is called as the incident ray. Mirror hit adaga enagatte, according to reflection it will return back or it will bounce back, right? So this phenomena is called as what? Reflection. So ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ arrow mark ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. right? So now here, this is the incident ray. This is the reflected ray. The first rule, what it says, the rays which are parallel to the principal axis, after reflection, it is passing through the focus. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೇಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ರೇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಫೋಕಸ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So n number of rays will be there. In that, very few are going parallel to the principal axis and very few are going through the focus. This is first case. Second case. So what is the second case here? In the second case, again same. So ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ easy ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ first case ಅನ್ನ reverse ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ so that it is easy for the remembering. The second rule states that the rays which are passing through the focus, the rays which are passing through the focus after, this is incident ray, after reflection goes parallel to the principal axis. So first is what? The rays which are parallel to the principal axis and going through the focus after reflection. Second is what? The rays which are going passing through the focus after reflection going parallel to the principal axis. Third case. In the third case, the rays which are passing through the center of curvature. Okay, so this is the incident ray. The object is anta tagoli. After reflection, it is returned back in the same direction. Okay, this is the third case. The fourth case is there are some rays which are incidenting with some angle of incidence and with some same angle of reflection. So this is incident ray and the reflected ray. Okay, so ನೀವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you need to observe, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray. So ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, either by the convex mirror or by the concave mirror. In that you need to see these four studies. First ನೀವ್ ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರೇಸ್. ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, either it is passing parallel to the principal axis. Second, either it is passing through the focus. Third, whether it is passing through the center of curvature. Fourth, the angle of incidence. It is meeting the mirror with some angle of incidence. Okay. After reflection, ಈ ನಾಲ್ಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಉಭಯ ಆಗಿದೆ? After reflection, whether it is passing through the focus. After reflection, whether passing parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, whether it is returning back in the same direction of the center of curvature. Fourth, after reflection, whether it is forming the same angle as that of the angle of incidence. So, ಈ 4 case ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Minimum 2 rays should meet for the image formation. Okay, so ನೀವು ಒಂದು image, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು image ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So this is the curved mirror. Here you have the object. This is the incident ray. This is the ray after reflection. It is going through the focus. One more ray I'll consider. This is the incident ray, which is passing through the focus. After reflection, going straight to the principal axis. Whether the two rays are meeting at one particular point, yes, the two rays are meeting at this particular point. So what you need to imagine, the image is formed at this point. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, image al point ಅಲ್ಲಿ form ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೇಕು. Okay. Sometimes all the 4 cases are possible. Sometimes 3 cases are possible, but minimum 2 cases should be there. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So here after reflection, the rays should meet at one particular point so that the image is formed at that particular point. So this is regarding the image formation, students. So here you can see this one. So this only I have explained you just now. The first case, concave mirror, convex mirror, ಎರಡನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲಿ. Ray parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, it will pass through the principal focus. In case whether it is a concave mirror or convex mirror. So concave mirror alli converge adag kanutte. Concave mirror appears to diverge from the principal axis. Convex mirror appears to converge from that point. Second case, the rays which is passing through the focus going parallel to the principal axis. Third case, the rays which are incident, which is passing through the center of curvature, after reflection returning back in the same direction. Fourth case, some angle of incidence, same angle of reflection. Okay, so ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ. So here you can see this one. So this is one experiment which is showing you the formation of the image. Yes, so here you can see how the images are formed. Mhm. Yes, so here we have four different cases. Here just now you have seen one experiment, how the images are formed by that. So once again, you can go through the experiment, students. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we will meet in the next class with the image formation by the concave mirror and the convex mirror. Okay, so you can go through this experiment once again.